Hello and welcome to GC360, your source for the latest news and stories from the heart of our community and beyond. I'm Isabellea Lende, and we have a packed show for you today.
And I'm Caroline Hubbard. Whether you're a student, faculty member, or just someone interested in what's happening in our community, GC360 is here to keep you informed and engaged. Coming up, President Kathy Cox delivers her annual State of the University address, detailing exciting new updates for the Georgia College community.
The free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, has a new application form. We have reactions from GC students.
And Georgia College's Student Government Association has proposed a bill to alter the hours for parking spots near campus. We'll tell you about it.
This is GC360, where news comes full circle.
Thanks for joining us. It's that time of the year when President Kathy Cox delivers her State of the University address, and some members of the campus community recently gathered to hear the president speak. Our news director, Ava Cortez, was there.
The free application for student aid recently underwent a massive simplification process to make it easier for students to complete the form. One of the most notable changes is the reduced number of questions on the form. Do students think this is a positive or a negative change compared to last year's form?
I feel like it depends on how you look at it. Like for me, I feel like they were stressful and it was a lot, but also like if they needed those specifically to like narrow down, okay, this is their situation, they need a little bit more than the average person or more than this person, then maybe. But I would also think like the way they look at it, like maybe they realize, okay, well, if we put this as a question, maybe we don't need to ask this question as well. So I guess it just depends on which ones they looked at and which ones they took out.
Another change are the increases in income protection allowance. Less income will now be counted in the calculation for financial aid. Will this make it easier for students to qualify for scholarships and grants?
Because like, if you can qualify for a certain one, or if you're like just at a reach, that sucks is like you have to find a whole other scholarship to apply for if you qualify for that, and like if you can receive it in time too.
Among the most significant changes is that having multiple children in college will no longer have an effect on financial aid. What kind of effect will this have on families and their children's financial aid? A Georgia College parent, Julian Blizzard, expressed his perspective on the matter.
I hope it will increase because my wife and I both are retired and our income is less than what it used to be. So I hope that it will increase, but I just have to wait and see.
The 2024 to 2025 FAFSA form is now open and undergoing regular maintenance while it's in its trial stage. This new form will bring about its own set of challenges, and GC360 will make sure to keep you informed. Reporting for GC360, I'm Teresa Owen.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. We will now go to the story on the university address.
Georgia College was bustling on Friday as dozens of students and faculty members congregated to Russell Auditorium to hear President Kathy Cox's annual State of the University address. One of Cox's main focus in her hour-long speech was the implications of the university's record-breaking freshman class in fall 2023, with 1,816 new Bobcats being welcomed to campus, according to President Cox. In order to admit this unprecedented number of new students, Georgia College had to start doing a few things differently.
Some 1,816 students strong. Now, did that just happen because we got lucky? Or did we change the way that we recruited students? Well, we had a waiver of the SAT, ACT requirements for students entering this past fall, But we also beefed up our holistic review process of student essays, letters of recommendation, the dissection of high school transcripts that are a part of our admissions processes.
With such a significant amount of newly admitted freshmen, how will GCSU continue to accommodate their presence on campus?
We did have to add some faculty at the last minute to make up for those freshman and sophomore classes to keep the classes small. And as that class moves along, we'll either, if our classes stay around 1,700 or 1,800, we'll just have to add more faculty in upper classes. If it goes back to maybe 1,500, 1,600, then we could shift some faculty from first year classes to junior, senior level classes.
However, increasing faculty members and amounts of classes offered isn't the only major impact the class of 2027 will have on GCSU. This historic first-year class will open the door for Georgia College to receive significantly larger amount of budget and funding from the University System of Georgia. This would be a huge benefit for all GC students. SGA President Connor Hilly shared his thoughts.
So for a lot of the campuses and organizations, we're suffering from the pandemic still monetarily because we're kind of have this lag. It was based on, our budget is based on 2020 and 2021. So I really liked that she talked about how there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And by fiscal year 2025, we'll see the benefits of this new, bigger class.
On top of its massive freshman class, GCSU also has the third highest retention rate of any school in the USG, with 84% of students deciding to attend Georgia College again in fall 2023. Other hot topics of discussion in President Cox's speech was the high academic success rate of GCSU student athletes, the large amount of undergraduate research conducted by students, and GC's recent emphasis on the collection of student data. Reporting for GC360, I'm Ava Cortez.
Over the past several years, many Georgia College students have grown increasingly frustrated with the parking situation on campus. It is extremely difficult to find a spot to park during certain hours of the day, causing some students to be late for class. Recently, GCSU's Parking Government Association, the SGA, passed a bill aiming to encourage the city of Milledgeville to extend their city parking spaces from 2 to 4 hours. This bill focuses on city parking that surrounds GC's campus. At this time, the parking extension is not being considered by the city of Milledgeville, but SGA is actively lobbying. Vice President Axel Hawkins shares her perspective on the situation.
This is something that we want to get more active in kind of lobbying for with them. A lot of students are faced with a situation where they have classes that are back-to-back, they're in class for much more than 2 hours, and they're not having time to really get out and move their cars. They're being faced with fines and tickets, things like that. And we just want to fix that and make it a better situation for students. And again, we're open to it just being within the block that makes up Georgia College. We don't need it necessarily throughout the entire city, but we just think that would make it more accessible for our students.
As the parking situation continues to frustrate students and faculty, many here at GC are hoping that the city of Milledgeville will decide to honor the SGA's request.
Next on GC360, what does it take to make a change? In honor of Black History Month, we'll hear about the first African-American student at Georgia College.
Love is in the air. We'll look at the upcoming week's chilly forecast as we prep for Valentine's Day.
From binge drinking to party culture, we'll take a look at the reality of substance abuse amongst college students.
And Bobcats, get ready to hiss. We'll hear the latest updates in the world of sports as we follow both Georgia College and national teams. These and other stories when we return.
Welcome, listeners. How y'all doing? Coming soon, right from the classrooms of Midway Hills and Lakeview Academies, the Writing for Success podcast, a reimagining of the 1998 anthology, Everybody Has a Story to Tell, Stories of Flannery O'Connor's Milledgeville. Baldwin County students will share their stories as part of this 100% federally funded grant of $385,000 to improve literacy in Baldwin County Elementary School. That sounds pretty good, y'all. Come check it out. Can't wait to see y'all there, or hear y'all there, or just hang out there. See you there.
Welcome back. Black History Month is a time to pay tribute to generations of African Americans who have faced adversity in this country. Today, we shed light on Cellestine Hill, the first African American to attend our institution. Reporter Skyla Morris has the story.
February is known for honoring the many individuals who paved the way for Black History Month. In celebration of their many accomplishments, we wanted to place a spotlight on GCSU alumni Cellestine Hill, a graduate of the class of 1968.
Milledgeville native Cellestine Hill was the first African American woman to enroll as a full-time student at Georgia College. Hill enrolled in the school in 1964 when it was formerly known as Georgia State College for Women. As the digital archivist here at Georgia College and State University, Holly Croft shared some background information on the legacy of Cellestine Hill.
She came in 1964 and graduated from Georgia College. She was hand-selected as the person to integrate Georgia College.
According to Croft, the library's special collections were not able to receive many archives on Hill's life. Regardless, she was able to provide a picture of Cellestine Hill as a part of her 1968 GCSU yearbook. Miss Hill, who has passed away, was awarded the 2018 Alumni Heritage Award. Her daughter, Maya Hunt Estes, accepted the honor on her behalf.
And she brought up in her acceptance speech the loneliness of being the only. I'm glad we have that perspective on record now. And I really wish we had interviewed Miss Hill before her death. In her shoes, I don't know that I would have been that brave. But, you know, it's scary to be the only person of any subset, you know, race or religion or whatever. So she was incredibly brave.
For more information on the life of Cellestine Hill, you can visit the Special Collections Department in the second floor of the library. With the start of this Black History Month, you can also visit the department to research more important individuals such as Hill, who paved the way here in Middle Georgia. Reporting for GC360, this is Skyla Morris.
It's now time for a look at the weather. I don't know about you, but I am still waiting on that spring air and warmer temperatures. How's it looking this week, Hallie?
Thanks, Caroline. Good afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to this week's weather forecast. With Valentine's Day and homecoming week coming up, get ready for some things to do that would be perfect for the weather. On Friday, it'll be a bit cloudy throughout the day, leading to some showers in the evening with a high of 69 and a low of 55. Saturday brings some heavy rain to the weekend, but it will also be the warmest day of the week, with a high of 72 and a low of 57. Sunday will be looking about the same, with a high of 71 and a low of 57. But don't worry, this rain will slow down and stop on Monday, bringing a good start to the homecoming week, with a high of 75 and a low of 41. Monday also brings the grand opening of the Sensory Den in the Student Activity Center at 3 p.m., so bring your friends for some sensory relaxation. Tuesday, we'll see some clouds and colder weather, with a high of 57 and a low of 36. Don't get upset by the weather, though, as there will be a silent disco at 7 p.m. in Magnolia Ballroom to get students into the Valentine's Day spirit. Wednesday will be a bit colder for Valentine's Day, with a high of 60 and a low of 38. So grab those sweaters and blankets, as Georgia College will be celebrating the annual Love Me event on front campus at 2 p.m. and will be providing snacks and drinks to celebrate. Thursday will finish up the week with a high of 60 and a low of 36. It'll also be the Battle of the Bobcats at 7:30 p.m. in Magnolia Ballroom, so be sure to attend to see the band that will be opening at the spring concert. That's it for the weekly forecast. Have a good week, Bobcats, and be sure to take advantage of the events on campus. Back to you, Caroline and Bella.
Thanks, Hallie. We apologize for those technical difficulties. Soup kitchens can become a necessity for many food insecure families facing financial hardships in Milledgeville and around the rest of the country. Thankfully for many here in Milledgeville, there's Cafe Central, a restaurant where everyone is welcome and able to leave on a full stomach. Mari Lott is reporting.
Georgia College is seen as Milledgeville's eclectic center. However, with students ranging from different parts of the state, they often have no idea the issues that locals face daily. In 2022, the United States Census reported the Milledgeville median household income to be around $40,000. In 2009, Cafe Central began at Church Central on Wilkinson Street. Originally, the meals were prepared off-site and then served in the fellowship hall. Since then, Cafe Central has outgrown Church Central, moving to the gymnasium at Freedom Church. Cafe Central operates just like a normal restaurant. Individuals come in to set tables, are offered drinks, and then served the food option of the day along with numerous desserts. Volunteers range from all over the city to help keep this soup kitchen running. Ann Bauer, the woman who started Cafe Central, gives us some insight to the soup kitchen.
We have donations and we purchase food from the Middle Georgia Food Bank. We get a heavily discounted price at the food bank. And we still haven't built our numbers up from COVID, but they're gradually, people are starting to be more trusting and coming back out, which is a good thing. Anyone that walks in our doors will be fed. Makes no difference what your income is, what kind of car you drive, where you live, you're invited to come.
Cafe Central serves up to 1,000 people on holidays such as Thanksgiving and Christmas. With the 2022 U.S. Census reporting of Milledgeville's poverty rate at almost 40%, Cafe Central gives aid to those who are food insecure. Cafe Central currently serves as many as 450 guests every Tuesday, and they only plan for those numbers to grow. This is Mari Lott with GC360.
According to GCSU's 2023 revised annual security report, there was a total of 60 on-campus liquor law violations in 2022. What is making students engage in alcohol abuse, and what is Georgia College doing to control the issue? Reporter Jonathan Gregg went searching for answers.
For many young adults, college represents a great period of change, in which they are allotted more freedom and self-agency than ever before. However, college also represents a time in which students are vulnerable to substance abuse. A study conducted in 2016 by the National Center for Biotechnology Information indicates that over 60% of college students have consumed alcohol, and a 39% report engaging in binge drinking. Substance abuse on campus isn't limited to just alcohol. Georgia College's own student data by the National College Health Assessment reveals that nicotine products and cannabis represent a bigger risk for students, where over 22% of them have used the latter before. Many students believe they can balance school, work, and abuse of substances, but are they aware of the outcomes that can result from it? I spoke with Rachel Pope, the campus health educator at the Wellness Center, to find out about the negative outcomes that stem from substance abuse.
You are engaging in going downtown repeatedly, consistently for more than 2 times a week. That's affecting your sleep habits, that's affecting your study habits, and it's affecting your diet. And students don't always put all those things together, that is why they're feeling bad. It's not just because you were drinking.
With all those potential negative outcomes, why do some students still insist on going downtown several times a week? We asked Alu Phillips, a Georgia College student, what he thinks causes students to abuse substances.
Most likely due to peer pressures or just having like an outlet or like a coping mechanism is what I would say.
But what are the resources that Georgia College offers to those struggling? Rachel Pope explains.
Students are always welcome to talk to their academic advisors. If a student recognizes another student is having problems, let's say they're not coming to class, they seem to be making poor decisions with alcohol and drugs, or just with their people group that they might be hanging out with, putting themselves in some dangerous situations, students can refer themselves, someone else, to the care team, which is a group of people on campus that really look into each student's well-being.
If a student on campus is suffering from substance abuse or knows someone who is, we recommend reaching out to the available resources on campus. Reporting for G360, I'm Jonathan Gregg.
Coming up after the break, the most anticipated event of the spring semester is right around the corner. We'll take a look at the plans for this year's homecoming.
Stick around for the latest sports update with Jackson Schwartz. And do you believe in Bigfoot? Believe it or not, GC360 spotted him right here in Milledgeville.
And don't miss out on Taylor Swift's newest accomplishment. All this and more on GC360, where news comes full circle.
News anchor? Oh, what do you want? Like 10 seconds. Can you just read this announcement for me? Okay, 10 seconds. Okay.
This semester, GC360 is introducing a new show, Cat Talk. We will showcase a new guest each month and deep dive into some topical issues of concern to you. You may also see some of our guests play some silly games while they're here with us. You won't want to miss this. From GC360, this is Isabellea Vander Lende. So join me each month for Cat Talk right here on GC360.
Andalusia Farm served as the home of the famed author Mary Flannery O'Connor. There's a ton of stuff that college students can come and enjoy. On top of that, this is a wonderful and beautiful place for Georgia College seniors to come and have some of their portraits done. But even more so than that, we have a nature trail down by the pond, which is about 2 miles long. It is very, very beautiful. And we also have Astor and Fish where we are talking to him, who are pretty fun to visit as well.
Bobcat basketball fans, get ready. GCSU will be hosting its highly anticipated homecoming week beginning Monday, February 12th. This is an exciting time for many students, with events in the lineup including a silent disco, homecoming elections, tent city, and GC's annual Battle of the Bobcats. The week will wrap up with the Bobcat basketball team facing off against the Lende University Bearcats. One Georgia College student shared her excitement for this upcoming week.
Yeah, we typically participate in Tent City every year. We usually have a whole homecoming weekend thing. So on Friday, we'll have usually an event just for the New Tau and for the Delta Sigma Theta members. So usually
We apologize again for the technical difficulties. Now let's jump to the latest updates on your favorite sports anchor, Jackson Schwartz. Jackson?
Thanks, Bella. Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery are launching a massive new sports streaming service this fall. According to ABC News, the service will include broadcasts from the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and other professional sports leagues. The streaming service will be available through an app, and customers will have an option to bundle with Disney+, Hulu, and or Max. No pricing has yet been released, but Disney CEO Bob Iger called this new service a major win for sports fans. Turning to basketball, Trae Young is officially an all-star player. Hawks star point guard finally received an invitation to be an injury replacement player. Joel Embiid, 76ers star center, and Knicks forward Julius Randle have both been removed from the All-Star game due to injury, leaving Trae Young and Toronto Raptors forward Scotty Barnes to be their replacements. Trae Young is the only player in the NBA this season averaging at least 25 points and 10 assists, and the only player in the Eastern Conference to do so. He's one of only 2 players in the NBA this season to be ranked top 10 in points per game, assists per game, and steals per game. Trae finally gets the recognition he deserves. This will be his 3rd All-Star appearance in his career. Turning to Bobcat sports, Bobcat baseball is back and are off to a hot start as they have won 4 straight with a whopping 14-5 victory over West Georgia on Tuesday. The Bobcats were in a tight matchup going into the 8th inning until a hot streak led them, scoring 8 straight in the 8th. The Bobcats' next games are against Eckerd in Florida. Then on February 13th, they are back in Milledgeville to face Albany State. So show up and be loud, Bobcat country. Let's ride. Back to you, Bella and Caroline.
This weekend, GC360 News went on the search for Bigfoot, and executive producer Lily Murphy found him at Milledgeville's First Friday event.
So it is First Friday once again here in Milledgeville. It is the first Friday of February. However, there is something special going around this time, so let's go see what it is.
Here at First Friday, they had a little interview with Senior Bigfoot himself, with all the little Bigfoots, and we had a big group picture, and it was just fun seeing everybody who loves Bigfoot. Each of the small businesses here, they each hid a little Bigfoot plushie, and people were encouraged to go and look for them and where they were hidden. And so we went to Jimmy John's and we found this little guy.
You should find Bigfoot and interview him.
I think he was only around until like 5, maybe.
You're on a genuine Bigfoot hunt right now.
He's that way. He's around that corner. Okay, let's go.
Ready to find home?
About Bigfoot.
Okay, so Bigfoot is 8 feet tall. He can go a little bit over, and he's awesome.
We got something. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Billy the Sasquatch.
Ah, fun. Okay, so could I just ask you why the Sasquatch? Why?
Why the Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Well, we like to keep a more mountainy theme here in Milledgeville, and we thought a scavenger hunt would be the best way to get extra business downtown.
Oh, I see.
So a fun way to get all the kids and everybody, the whole family just downtown. I can go find this little Sasquatch plush. You get to meet me, take a picture. Everyone gets a little gift bag. I'm gonna be walking around here all night from 5 to 9.
Okay.
Just telling everybody, hey, making sure everybody's having a good time. A great First Friday.
Thanks. Yeah. Could I have a high five?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to get a picture?
Yeah.
Cool. Have fun.
We found him. We found him, guys. Woo! Victory.
Guess which pop star just announced a brand new album? Entertainment anchor Amelie Sengupta delivers the latest on the star-studded lives making up the entertainment industry. Amelie?
Thanks, Bella and Caroline. The Super Bowl is this weekend, and I'm sure many people are more excited about seeing Taylor Swift than the actual game. Some are speculating that this year she will be bringing in millions of new viewers and just might make this the most watched telecast ever. Speaking of Taylor Swift, over the weekend she became the only artist ever to win Album of the Year 4 times at the Grammys. Taylor's new record beat Frank Sinatra, Paul Simon, and Stevie Wonder, who all won Album of the Year 3 times. Also in the world of Taylor Swift, the star announced her new album, The Tortured Poets Department, during her Album of the Year acceptance speech at the Grammys. Miley Cyrus won her first ever Grammy for her hit song Flowers, and she looked absolutely stunning, by the way. Many fans were awaiting this moment, but there were a lot of sad faces in the crowd for Lana Del Rey when she lost Taylor Swift for Album of the Year. YouTube and TikTok star Austin McBroom has raised concern on the internet lately over his obsession with his ex-wife Catherine and the new song he wrote about her. Titled Still My Ace, the song explains how Austin has been living in an RV and watching her through a brush of trees. He's also been going live on Instagram almost every day and has vlogged his mental spiral on his YouTube channel. In more serious news, country music star Toby Keith passed away Monday night after his long battle with stomach cancer. The singer was only 62 and passed surrounded by his family. That's all I have for you guys this week. Back to you, Bella and Caroline.
Well, that's all for GC360 this week. I'm Caroline Hubbard.
And I'm Isabellea Lende. When we're not on the air, you can keep up to date with us on our social media. That's at GC360 News on Facebook and Instagram, and at bobcatmultimedia.com/GC360. Thank you for watching GC360, where news comes full circle. And Bobcats, have a happy Valentine's Day. you.